Is Tech dead? No, I don't think he is. And I think he's actually going to have a very potentially depressing reveal. We know the big thing right now is that Palpatine wants to do Project Necromancer, to bring himself back to life or to prolong his life and be immortal, to cheat death. This has been his key goal since day one, okay? Now, we know that Omega now is a good candidate for the M count, to have the midichlorians put into her blood and it binds, it matches, it doesn't reject it, it accepts it, and she's good. So she could literally be a host for Palpatine or whatever. But Tech, what do we know about him? What if they end up actually using him as one of the vessels? What if he ends up being like a young Palpatine vessel or a clone or whatever they use for him or his DNA, and it's not the Tech that we know and love anymore, and Omega has to try and use her childlike charm to bring Tech out of this perhaps spell or whatever might be going on. I could see that potentially happening. Now, I don't think he's dead at all. I really don't. I think that either he escaped, he's alive, someone saved him, or whatever, he survived somehow, or the Empire actually went and collected him, picked him up, maybe they were flying low underneath the clouds, and they're using him and testing him. So that is more of a plausible theory, I think. And maybe he is so unique in a sense where they're using his DNA for other attributes or other facets or other experiments on Mount Tantus, maybe somewhere below the depths, the laboratories. Right, we have to remember that Tech is extremely smart and intelligent, and beyond just being a powerful Sith in the Force and physically, you need to have the brains as well. Otherwise, you're just kind of like Wrecker. So him combined with Wrecker, I think all the Bad Batch combined together would probably make the most elite clone. I would wonder, or even argue, if that's not something they're already trying to do. Put them all together into one. Because they all really complement each other. You have the one that shoots the best. You have the one that's extremely strong, but not very intelligent. You have one who's extremely intelligent, but not very strong physically. You have one who's an excellent hunter, but doesn't really have any other attributes other than being a good leader and being a hunter. And that's really it. So what if you put all of these? It's like what one doesn't have, the other one complements. So what if you put all of them in one and you have like the perfect soldier, essentially? So I could see them trying to harness all of their DNA and then combining them in one. And even if they don't support the M count for Palpatine, they're really like this powerful, perfect soldier fighting machine for this weapon for the Empire. I think personally, maybe there's something a little more evil going on with Tech that they're trying to do. And maybe it's not the fact that, him being dead would be kind of the easy way out. I think that they're actually going to try and make it a little bit more dark. I'm already getting like a super dark tone with this season, with Palpatine and Omega and everything going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up making him some sort of like zombie that's been taken over or something, just running a million different experiments on him all the time, and he's like an extremely broken man at this point. Or they're using him for the experiments to understand how to perhaps unlock the perfect entity for Palpatine to transfer his essence into. They could be doing that too. They could be using his smarts and his brains. And once they get hostage of, one of the clones or something, someone he cares about, maybe they'll really be able to crank him and use him to his full potential. Whew, crazy. We'll see what happens. Let me know. Hope you have a great day. May the Force be with you always.